Hello, my name is David, and some people call me Trip. So, I currently work with Grubhub, and I've been thinking a little bit about insurance lately, and what we should do as rideshare or on-demand delivery drivers, so that we can be properly insured. So, as a disclaimer, I'm not licensed to sell insurance, so any of my advice is not legal or binding, and I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just providing information so that you can better arm yourself, so that you can try to find proper coverage and maybe ask the right questions so that you can figure out what you need to do. So over the past few hours, I've been talking to many different insurance companies, and the basic gist that is across the board, and this will vary between state to state and who you speak with, but in general, if you are driving and you're earning money, your claim, if you get into an accident, can be denied if you have personal auto insurance. So that means while we're driving, making money, hustling, and we get into an accident, we might not be covered. So this is very important to know so that we can try to make sure what we can do if we get into an accident or if we happen to slip and fall. So while I was talking to various different insurance companies, many people have said that you may need to have a commercial policy for your car and also personal for any other cars that you're not driving. Now, there are some companies out there that have services that can insure your vehicle, and you can use it for personal use and still be covered as long as you go the commercial route. Now, there are some companies out there as well that you can still do personal, but they will have to put a note on there that you drive with Grubhub or whatever company, and you can still be insured if you get into an accident. Now, another thing is what happens if we go up to the door, deliver the food, slip, fall, hurt ourselves. Well, most insurance coverages for your vehicle, you're not going to be covered. However, you may be able to get an endorsement to be able to get that covered, but you're going to have to speak with your insurance company, shop around, see what they can do for you. So the other options that I was looking at, one is mainly from Aflac. If you try to go for a route not trying to get yourself workers' comp, which if you try to do that in many states, you would have to get start a business and get general liability coverage before you can get into workers' comp, which one of the insurance people that I've been talking to said that it wouldn't be cost effective for us. So what would is to get an accident coverage. For example, Aflac, they happen to have accident coverage for about $50. Whether you're working or not, you get into an accident, they will pay you a lump sum depending on what happened. You go to the ER, they'll pay you a lump sum that may cover the ER visit, it might not. And then as soon as they figure out what the injury is, they will pay you a lump sum based on the injury. Now, you can use that to pay for the bill or pay for other things that you do, because they do not pay the hospital, they pay you. So that is an option to add on to our coverages to be able to make sure that if something should happen, then we're covered. The other option that some of these companies that I talk to is to go through an insurance broker. And an insurance broker is able to tailor an insurance policy based off of what your needs, mainly because an insurance broker, they have access to many different insurance companies or other people that offer insurance, and they can tailor a program for you. Whereas, let's say you go to a Geico or a Progressive or Allstate agency, and they are not a broker, they are only limited to the policies of that insurance agency has access to. But if you go through a broker, they have many different avenues to be able to tackle and develop an insurance plan that fits you. Now keep in mind, this is going to vary between state to state, city to city, and also from one insurance company to the next. So you will need to do your own footwork, call up, and see what people can do. Now, I would actually recommend going to an actual office, because going over the phone line, they basically sent to a commercial line, and it just seemed way too much of a hassle, because had to do two policies, one for the vehicle that I do for Grubhub, one, and then another for a different vehicle. Whereas one place that I actually walked into instead of over the phone, they were able to do everything all in one go, an all-in-one policy, and they were able to tailor it to my needs. However, they are still looking in a way to be able to get short-term disability, which is something that would help with something like workers' compensation without having to get actual workers' compensation. Now, unfortunately, since I don't have that information, and it's going to take a little bit more time and research to get exact details on that, I may make another video trying to explain that, and maybe even go and speak with an actual broker. Now, just basically on the gist of what I'm trying to say is that, one, personal auto coverage may not cover your vehicle or yourself if you get into an accident and you're working at that time. Different companies may have different policies and different means of covering you, but you have to do your research and talk with them and see what they can do to add an addendum or something on to your coverage to get you covered. So, and then as for getting medical stuff, Aflac and other companies, which can provide you with accident insurance, may be a way for you to help pay those bills if you get into an accident, but it is not going to be short-term disability and pay you based off of what your income is, and it's just going to be per accident and based off of what you um, uh, based off of the accident that you or injury that you received. So, but thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you were able to get a little bit of information on this. They have also said to me that they are working into ways for people like us. They already have insurance coverages and stuff for Uber or Lyft, but not for people that do Grubhub or any sort of on-demand package delivery services as of yet. So hopefully in the next few months or years or whatever, or soon, people that do Grubhub, DoorDash, or anything like that will get better coverages and access. And so see you next time, next video. And until then, you have a great evening. Bye.